Did you know Lil Durk's lawyers created his new release package for the judge to hear, and it made the prosecutors scream inside of the courtroom? It goes and reads, a judge has agreed to hear Lil Durk's new bond request on May 8th in LA. His team plans to present a bail package including $1 million in cash, $900,000 in real estate, $150,000 from an associate, 24/7 armed security, and an electric monitoring to show that he is not a flight risk. This ended up resulting in the feds then sharing new evidence to try to keep him inside of jail, which is absolutely absurd. The paperwork goes and reads, the government has filed a motion citing more lyrics from Durk's song titled Rumors. This song features Gucci Mane and it was released on February 2022. There's also an unreleased track seized from his phone after his arrest. To argue against his release on bond, this was sent to the judge, as the lyrics in question are, I want the one that I paid for, we hit your homie. As the prosecutors claim that Lil Durk has a history of paying for bodies, as a lawyer would end up reacting, saying he's likely gonna be released just like Thug was, as this is nothing to even worry about.
We've seen it happen quite a bit. I don't know that I'd say it's been persuasive. I think the biggest example we look at is Young Thug. Down in Atlanta. They took a lot of his lyrics, and even though technically speaking, ultimately they got a conviction, he actually walked out on time served. Most of the people that were prosecuted didn't end up being convicted, and I don't think anybody would call that prosecution a successful prosecution. And so, you've got freedom of speech issues. Does it mean that just because I'm saying something in a rap song, it typically is a rap song, does that mean that I actually did something? And this is an extra interesting twist here, because Lil Durk's attorney is saying, well, this song was actually released months before.
As with the prosecutors only having lyric evidence against Durk, their case really isn't strong. But did you know there is one sneaky tactic that Durk's lawyers are waiting to use on that May 8th bond hearing? This is likely to have him released from jail, as Lil Durk was just expressing his First Amendment in all of his rap songs.
There's a First Amendment argument here, right? That this violates the First Amendment. Can you talk about that?
Right, for sure. I mean, I'm expressing myself. I can say the things that I want to say in a rap record or any kind of record. And you could go back and there's country records and there are pop records and there are R&B records that talk about all kinds of things. It's just that there's this notion that with hip hop, quote, glorifying violence, that suddenly now we're going to use these things to prosecute them. But does that mean that the free speech, the First Amendment has gone away? No, absolutely not. He can absolutely rap about what he wants to rap about, and that doesn't mean just because the story is violent.
But it's what the lawyer would end up saying next. This would be the biggest thing, explaining how these prosecutors likely just don't understand rap music at all, as has happened in many court cases, just like the YSL Rico trial.
Yeah, and I'll go out on a limb and say that sometimes prosecutors don't necessarily understand hip-hop culture. It's almost like a text without context. So you got to really understand the time, the place, the audience. Sometimes they might speak in ways that seem direct to somebody that's outside of the culture, but doesn't necessarily, but can mean several things to someone inside the culture. So it would certainly be a flub, big time, right? But it wouldn't be the first time that such a thing has happened, where somebody looking through the window, particularly of hip hop culture, doesn't understand what's being said other than their desired use of it.
Lawyers online believe that Lil Durk will be released from jail on May 8th due to one more reason. As did you know that prosecutors have been using fan-made edits as evidence against Lil Durk? This makes the prosecutors look terrible, and Durk's lawyers were completely surprised when finding this out.
Durk's team says Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy was recorded 7 months before this actually happened. And the specific version of the song that had audio from the news clipping actually overlaid onto the song is a fan edit, not the original song that Durk recorded and released. Basically, they're saying that the key evidence used to charge Durk were lyrics written and recorded 7 months before the incident even happened, and then an internet mashup that a fan edited and posted.
Lil Durk's lawyers would write to the judge, in arguing for Mr. Banks' detention, the government has attempted to hold Mr. Banks responsible for video clips that YouTubers and Instagram users have edited, produced, and posted to social media, but with whom Mr. Banks has has no affiliation. At the initial detention hearing in this case, the defense called into question the accuracy of paragraph 6 of the superseding indictment, which references lyrics from a song by a recording artist named Babyface Ray, which only features Mr. Banks. The song's titled Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy, where the song lyrics ends up having Durk rap, "Look on the news and see your son screaming no, no," as Quando Rondo is seen at the crime scene on live news screaming no on the sidewalk.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
However, Durk's lawyers have great evidence to support the song was actually made before the passing even occurred. But more on that later, because did you know right when Durk is about to be released from jail, his wife India Royale was allegedly caught cheating. It would be tweeted, Durk's baby mama India was allegedly seen at a party with her hand on another man's leg. As with the footage being released by one of her friends, screenshots would make it more clear of it happening. India herself would then end up reacting to it the following morning.
The family, do we know you? Yeah, you a grown man. Do y'all remember when men used to like lay concrete, change tires, go to war? Now these niggas on the internet gossiping all day. Like, what's happening?
As this would end up going viral online. Even Tekashi 6ix9ine and DJ Academics would give their thoughts while on live stream.
Alright, so you want to bet 10,000 right now that
hold on. Told about some other shit.
We talking about India.
She's a good girl. She's
you met her?
I haven't met her. But
so why you saying she a good girl? Like
because I hear the drama about everybody's relationship, and I know any rapper who could say something about me and they got a public girl, I could tell you who your girl off when she was mad at you. Like, I know all of that. I've never heard no dirt about her. Just to keep it a beat. Never heard nothing about her, period.
All right, but she gonna be faithful to the trial.
Yes.
Anything after that?
I mean, you never know how it goes. I mean, if somebody, how does it go if somebody's, again, I'm not wishing upon him, but if you get life, like, how did that go with your girl? She's supposed to be faithful or no?
As the urgency to have Durk released would end up picking up. Even before the release of his newest album, an update read, Lil Durk says it's better to be low-key with your money. If you can't afford 10 Maybachs, don't buy one. With this clip having a strong purpose to help him get released from jail.
We already came with a plan to be like feature run, album time. We're gonna do that prayer, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do everything in the way that it's gonna be big. I ain't looking at nothing small no more. I wear this 5 days straight, what you gonna pay? Durk broke. I sell all this shit. I have one car. It's not that I can't get it, it's I don't give a f. I'm not thinking backwards. If you can't buy 10 Maybachs, don't buy it.
As fans would quickly catch on as to why Durk's team released that, a viral comment shared, does anyone feel like Durk's team releasing his best motivational moments, softer moments, and overall nice times is a way to package it to show the judge that Durk's influence was always good? This would end up being correct, as the package that Durk's lawyers are able to create to get him released from jail has only continued to get bigger as time went on. But the biggest reason Lil Durk will be released from jail is for what happened to him inside of jail only 2 weeks ago. News of, and I quote, reports reveal OTF rapper Lil Durk was attacked in his cell block earlier this morning at the LA County Jail. Conditions of the rapper's health isn't public, however, a change of jails is likely, as Durk's lawyers are gonna make the claim the county jail isn't protecting Lil Durk at all. They are obligated to protect their inmates. But what if I told you fans noticed who may have attacked him? Quando Rondo and Lil Tim did interviews on the same day Lil Durk was attacked. Many look at it like a weird coincidence, but others believe it's a way for the feds not to target them, trying to get revenge against Lil Durk. Fans noticed that Lil Tim would say,
"No, like shit, I was just protecting my little brother."
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, shit, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying f him and shit like that, cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.
as weirdly enough, Quando Rondo would end up saying the exact same message, saying he wishes it was handled in a different way.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever. Like that could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
Fans believe that it is true, as right after Lil Durk was attacked, even Kanye West would call him, trying to check up on him.
Yeah, man, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Just taking a day at a time, you know, just chilling and staying focused for real.
Yeah, I love the time we
from a federal prison.
I love the time we spent in Saudi, man. That was great.
Hey, look, that's all I'm talking about here. You know, the people here, they they get their time, and they ain't never experienced the world. So I be telling them stories, and they be on 20.
Wow. Yeah, man. I just got off the phone with Puff. I talked to him for the first time 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes when you called me. Yeah.
With all of this put together, Lil Durk's bail package is going to be one of the greatest of all time. However, what the feds are doing while Durk's lawyers are busy is very important to hear. The feds just made another one of Lil Durk's friends turn on him. It would be Shared, Big U, Brick Baby, and Loose Cannon, all arrested in a rolling 60s gang takedown. It would then be Shared. Lawyers and sources believe Brick Baby, who was arrested in the latest gang takedown, will snitch on OTF rapper Lil Durk. The timings of both arrests make lawyers believe the feds will force Brick Baby to give up everything. As if you don't remember, Brick Baby originally snitched on Lil Durk many years ago, as he was originally targeted due to what Brick Baby said, where 3 years ago, he did a live stream saying that you can't say Durk never slid for Vaughn because they got Lul Pabb, where on the night Durk was arrested, Brick Baby just so happened to be live streaming, where he would then bring up that old interview where it literally looked like he drew the federal attention to Durk's name.
But was this an attempted hit? Or
Well, they can't say that no more.
Then they put you as
Why?
God.
Like, who died? You can't say that no more. Oh, because of FBG Cash? Oh, who?
Federal charges in California.
Nah, because Lil Pabb.
So this is about the...
Oh! What's that? But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more.
But did you know Brick Baby also said something even worse? The feds would bring up Durk's evidence of, told me they got an Addy go, got the location go, which is also lyrics from Lil Durk's song Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy. They connected it to another Brick Baby interview where he says, in quote, Brick Baby says he would have dropped Quando Rondo's location if Lil Durk had asked him because he's loyal to him.
Why is that? Then it's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address? Oh, this is my boy. He lost his boy. Who did it could be around. 9 times out of 10, had he had asked me, I probably would have been coke if he even asked anybody, if this is even true. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, can I leak a bar?
Sure.
I said if he make the call right now, I'd something.
Right.
As with the feds now having Brick Baby in lockup, pressing serious charges against him, it's likely they'll force him to snitch on Lil Durk. With more and more evidence being found online by streamers, even TJ Academics would reveal that Lil Durk lays out all of the crimes OTF commits on a roadmap with his song names and album names.
2020 Vaughn, 2021 his brother dies. 2022, the niggas who his brother, they get clapped. The to Vaughn, at least a cousin of theirs get clapped. 2023, he drops an album, I'm almost healed. You ever think about that, chat? It's like poetic. 2020, Vaughn dies. 2021, his brother dies. 2022, get back for both those situations. 2023, I'm almost healed. Crazy, huh?